Looks like everyone's having fun, though. Shall we join them?
You've given me more than enough of your time already today. Between showing me around and your incredible concert, you must be exhausted. And besides, I'm sure there's someone else you'd rather dance with here. Why not ask them instead?
Someone else. Who are we gonna pick? Hi, welcome to the final video.
Do we want to just do this alphabetically, or did you have one of these in mind again?
Well, we're gonna do them in order, obviously.
Okay.
Why would anybody do it other than the order that's presented? That's weird. Hey, I didn't make you suffer. I usually held off on making you suffer the lists until we started.
I know. The one time I start expecting it out of you and you pull this swerve on me.
That's the goal. So we're here at the dance. We got a whole bunch of people to dance with. Not Emma. She can go sit off on the side and think about her secrets.
I'll dance with a cat.
You may have noticed that this list has been significantly expanded, and also everybody's wearing different outfits. Thank you to Stabby the Clown for providing this save, where you can dance with anybody you like as long as they're on this list. Including, I can't think of anyone.
It's gonna be Sharon.
So, let's get started.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I would really like to stand over here and pine.
Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time worrying about me, the music will be over by the time you ask.
I've only gotten kidnapped once in this game. It's fine.
Well, okay.
Ha!
Technically, the other incident wasn't a kidnapping. She just fell unconscious. She saw a big armor and
He's
got the
such
papers.
an idiot.
Strut your stuff, Blondie.
Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep his eyes on you, not push him toward another girl's tender embrace.
Get back here, Schwarzer.
Especially
If you were
not a
only guy
knockoff
with the
me.
courage to ask him, I'm certain that he would be more than accommodating.
Oh, she's clearly the knockoff.
I know.
It's fine. I'm fine, honestly.
She's fine.
She looks like Spock every time she makes that face. It's the
Alisa.
bangs.
I guess.
It would be illogical to date your brother.
Rean, is your sister okay?
Yeah. Actually, she's the only reason I had the courage to come over here. Would
Yeah.
you dance with me?
Yeah.
Me?
That was the idea. Is that a no?
All right. Let's get a little closer to the bonfire then.
Okay.
This is when her eyes turn blue and she learns how to use her super move.
She finally gets her shard blade.
I was thinking Cosmos, but yours works too.
It's been a lot of Words of Radiance this week.
I finished Cathedral Ship.
Yep, we're dancing.
Yep.
Please ignore the fact that the fire particles are just there in front of our heads.
Orbital thing.
It's an orbital fire. God, it's been hours. What are they doing?
We
Everyone's
didn't do
still
a
at
concert today. They're allowed to have
I
energy.
wish I still had that much energy left.
Still, it's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
Yeah, it felt like it was over in the blink of an eye.
Oh,
The festival
did
and
it?
the year as a whole.
Shh. We're special. We
Exactly.
most people don't take 2 months to do the festival. All right.
That's true.
It won't be long until the second years graduate, and we'll be in their shoes.
I mean, I've only been playing Sky First Chapter for 2 years.
Yeah, by the way, your homework for Trails of Cold Steel 2 is you have to finish all of those games by the time we're done with that.
Okay, I will finish Sky by the time we finish Cold Steel 2.
Yes, all 3 of them.
Time
No
really
exceptions.
does fly,
All
huh?
right. All right.
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
I wasn't going to make it public, but you had to bring it up, so.
It's hard to believe so many months
If
have
I can
passed
finish
since
so many
developers
runs of
met.
Xenosaga in a year, I can finish the Sky games.
But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I sure haven't.
Yeah, no kidding. I did change jobs in the middle of this, so that was nice.
That's true.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I'd graduated. But that was in the heat of the moment. I honestly don't know whether I'd drive Rhineford straight into the ground or not.
How could you know?
Maybe intern
Still.
first.
Still, there's one thing I do know. No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different.
Still,
He said still. And we just got dots.
Yeah, I heard that too.
you stole my line.
Somebody stole your line.
No, you steal
I think
your
you
line.
need some new material. I'm getting used to your speeches by now. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As
Oh,
long as you and I are together.
as
We're
long
going to
as
stay
nobody-
together forever.
Yeah. You see, nobody takes a robot and runs.
And to be fair, everybody told him to run, and he was like, no. No.
Forget I said anything.
Alisa.
Yeah, by the way, hope you if you haven't finished the game, you probably should watch that first.
Yes.
I would say the vast majority of at least the people who have commented on this, if not 100%, have already beaten this. It's a very, very game beaty audience.
I mean, most of them are ahead of me.
Yeah.
And let's stay together.
I think there was one person who said they hadn't started back when we started this thing, and now they've gone through at least Cold Steel 3.
We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too.
That was NGDBS,
After that,
something like
I
that.
went
I'm
back
sorry, I
to
don't
see
remember.
Elise.
R is for romance. It's a string of letters. You know who you are. Hi, thank you
But
for
by
watching.
then, that memorable
is
evening was
NGDBSS.
approaching its end.
That memorable evening was approaching its end. We're just gonna load back in. Just gonna edit this because we're
Ring,
not just gonna
Elise?
sit through this for like 30 minutes of the video. So we'll catch you on the list.
Do you think this is where all his personality ended up?
No.
The only person I can think of is...
The only person I can think of is Elliot.
I so hope she takes extra offense.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
I never would have imagined you were into that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
The sort that fills young maidens' hearts with joy and heads with dreams.
You stay out. Go home.
Your Highness?
Your Highness? Good evening, Reen.
I'm here to make your life miserable.
What a joy this is, especially considering that Class 7 has no lack of fine gentlemen. Ooh! There are so many wonderful potential pairings that I hardly know where to start. Your Highness, please.
Is this what the head of the literature club's always writing about? How did I not connect the dots until now?
Oh my god.
Incredibly dense.
Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at St. Estrella?
Well, oh, Reen, you're so precious. Rare is the woman who could deny herself a honeyed sip from this wellspring of fantasy.
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Anyway, I'll be back later. Please excuse me, Your Highness.
Maybe I should have taken matters into my own hands.
Wow.
What?
By the looks of it, you still might have a chance.
Wow.
Your Highness, please.
Is she gonna do this every time? Or is this just a scene specifically for
Hey,
this
Elliot.
one?
I'm really curious.
Oh, Reen.
Apparently we're supposed to, like, make out now or something. I don't know.
Looks like you managed to break out of your dad's bear hug.
Princess's orders.
Barely. You went off to talk to the principal with Fiona.
Get it?
Oh yeah.
Barely. Bear hug? It's a big man, probably hairy.
On that note, where's Elise?
I don't know. I don't think men in this family can grow much hair. That beard
I
took
asked her to
him
dance
most
with
of
me, but
Fiona's
she turned me down
lifetime.
in no uncertain terms. Anyway, wanna go sit down somewhere? I'm totally wiped out after today. All I want to do is get a drink and some rest.
Good idea. It is getting pretty hectic around here. I wouldn't mind getting away from it all.
Let's do it.
Let's bro out.
We're gonna have a bro fire. I swear to God, if he just pulls out a violin, I'm done with Elliot.
I don't know. I kind of want to see them just lean in on how much nothing his personality is.
Look at all the fun people are having. So, have you danced with anyone yet?
A little bit, with Fiona, since she asked me to. It's kind of embarrassing to dance with your sister, though, so we didn't do it for long.
Yeah, I bet.
Hint, hint, Reen.
I bet.
Huh. Never would have thought about it that way. But anyway, what'd you talk with your dad about?
Well, our concert really impressed him.
Well, hey, that must have put a smile on your face. Wait, he doesn't hate music or anything, does he?
Did you not listen to my entire backstory?
No, he's not exactly well-versed in music, but I know for a fact he likes it. But talking to him made me realize something.
And what was that?
Dads are people.
He wasn't against me going to the music academy because he was against me pursuing a career in music. He didn't want me to lock myself into it. He wanted me to be able to decide for myself just what path I wanted to follow. And more importantly, he wanted me to have the strength to do so, even if people around me tried to stand in my way.
That little bit of light that just keeps appearing on his head is driving me a little mad.
Yeah, it looks like there's a ghost of a cherry blossom because of his hair color.
I think you do.
Spooky.
It's not like he said any of this out loud. This is just what I'd like to believe his reasoning was.
It turns out I just make shit up about him all the time. It's weird.
And if that's
I'm
the
too
case,
afraid to ask my
I think
dad
I was
questions.
finally able to show him that I'm strong enough tonight, with all of your help. I'd like to hope that I've been able to put my mom at ease up in heaven too.
I'm sure you did. Elliot, I couldn't be happier that everything worked out for you.
Thanks. I hope we can do another concert next year. And if we do, I want us to make it even more amazing than today's was.
Sounds like a plan. When next year's concert rolls around, I'll be right there with you, doing everything I can to make it great.
Thanks, Reen. That means a lot.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
But it's in the icon.
But by then,
It doesn't
that
count.
memorable evening was approaching its end.
They know.
Well, yeah, they probably figured it out. Link. Sparkle. Sister. Okay, it is time to dance with Laura and her good friend Mishi.
Elise, there's this blue-haired woman on my mind.
I knew it.
Laura.
So I have a potential sister-in-law now,
Let's not get ahead of our...
Okay, so
Still,
this is
maybe
just
you're
this
right.
again.
I do feel
Yeah.
kind of bad leaving... Well,
Okay, yep. Later, you.
Yeah, it seems like the lady one is identical, at least.
He's such an idiot. Ah,
Okay, come on.
Your Highness?
Laura?
Oh, Reen. Perfect timing.
Just Mishi just popping up with that big grin was pretty good.
Would you like to dance?
Yeah.
Huh?
What? Like duel? I'll duel.
My father and instructor Sara make for rather impressive dancing partners. Watching them makes me want to go up and dance myself.
To be honest, I came over
Laura,
here
I
ready
think
to
you
ask
might
the
have
same
some
thing.
daddy issues, but not the kind we expected.
Oh?
Still, since the guy traditionally asks the girl, I might as well. Would you like to dance with me?
I'd be delighted.
Doody. Dance, dance, dance.
And they're still dancing.
Yep. Someone please make an edit of that "Did you ask everyone" meme where it's Reen and Laura saying "I consent" and Mishi saying "I didn't."
I'm not going to say don't do that, but I am going to say I disapprove.
Oh, you don't then?
Whew. That was exhausting.
Me in the audience. I consent. David, I don't.
Well, I didn't imagine
Please don't.
either of us would have
Please
much
don't
energy
make me
left over
Jesus
after
in
our
this analogy.
It's true, I've got the Jesus hair.
Still, that didn't keep dancing with you from being a lot of fun. I don't get the chance to dance very often, especially at big events like this.
Mishi is so excited.
My
He
family's the
is part
same
of
way.
this.
Yeah. Mishi adds a whole new layer of hype.
We might be nobles, but we're not exactly a common sight at high society gatherings.
You're not even really a noble.
I suppose this was a new experience.
Yeah,
for both of us
that's
then.
a whole thing for you, my dude.
Attending this academy has given me the chance to see sides of myself that I didn't
Watch,
even know
we're gonna find
existed.
out that his parents are actually secret nobles that he didn't know.
Yeah, he's like descended from the true kings.
Same here.
He's also descended from a Palpatine.
When I first enrolled in this academy, I wanted nothing more than to improve my swordsmanship. But when I arrived, I met people whose values differed wildly from my own. People like you and Fee. That allowed me to see the world in ways I never considered. To see myself in ways I never considered. Thanks to you and our other classmates, I've gained far more than combat training. And I am truly grateful.
You're making me blush. I feel the same way, though.
How so?
At least you had something in mind when you enrolled. My decision to come here was half-hearted at best.
It's just like destiny or something. I don't
But I
know.
know now that it was the right choice. If I hadn't joined this academy, I never would have met you or any of our other classmates.
Reen.
If I went to
Besides,
Saint
you
Estrella,
and I
things would have
someone
gotten
even
weird.
Closer than our other classmates.
I look good in a wig, though.
We're both followers of the way of the sword, and we keep pushing each other beyond our limits. I'm grateful for that.
As am I.
There's an alternate version of this game that's just a VN where it's just Reen, Elise, and the princess all living in one dorm, and they have a weird RA, who might also be Sara.
At this point, you're... Oh god, what was that? What was that anime called? Hold on.
Okay.
Edit this out. Please, me.
I'm just wondering what you're going to say.
Hold on, I'm Googling cross-dressing anime. You're basically just describing Mariaholic.
Oh, is that what that's about? I only heard the title.
Yeah, no, that shows a whole thing.
And I suppose that's
Huh.
enough for now.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. I'm glad that the two of us have another year to train alongside each other.
Likewise. After that, I went back to see Elise.
Great.
Here with you tonight. What is she holding?
Looked like a wine bottle?
I
But
don't
by
think
then,
it shouldn't
that
have been.
memorable-
We'll get back to you with what that is in just a moment. Hello. It was Laura holding up that little doggy charm that came up during one of her events, and we were like, that's not cute, even though it totally is.
Yeah, it's adorable.
The cutest little wall smasher.
Adol.
Machias.
The only person I can think of is...
Is who?
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
I never would have imagined you were into that.
Okay, it's just this again.
Yeah.
Hey, Machias.
Hey, Machias. Oh, I'm here alone and aloof.
Reen,
Alonef.
weren't you with your sister?
Aloonf?
Alone.
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms.
Oh,
You on
did
your
she?
own too?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Dad's gone off to dance, so here I am, trying and failing to stave away my boredom.
I hate fun. Hate fun.
Sounds like I showed up at the right time.
You know, this does explain why in some of the spin-offs, Reen, Machias, and Elliot are all seen as pals.
Wanna
The
go sit down
closest of
somewhere together?
bros.
I figured that after today, we'd both earned ourselves a drink and some rest.
Well, it beats the alternative. Anything to get away from all this hubbub.
Let's go find a spot then.
The past 2 days have been exhausting.
Yep, 2 days. Only
Mhm.
2 exhausting days.
At least it all paid off in the end.
To be fair, our last recording sessions were 2 exhausting days.
It was 3.
I know. But only
Must have been
2
even
were
tougher
exhausting.
For you though, since you were pulling double duty taking care of the chess club.
You say that like the student council didn't have you running yourself ragged. But you're right. It all paid off. Makes me a little emotional to think back on it all.
If we both just like take a nap here, is that like stealing away from Fee's character trait? 'Cause I could really use a nap.
Hard to believe that the day actually
No, her
came when I
character
worked
trait is
alongside
flowers now.
nobles toward a common goal. Me.
That is hard to believe.
Our concert, the chess club's event, neither of those would have been possible without students from the upper classes.
It's a student, singular. for the chess club classes.
I never thought I'd be able to accept something like that.
You've come a long way since we first met. It seems like you've finally started getting along with Jusis.
Well, you have to find someone to compete with if you ever want to improve. And arrogant nobles make for semi-decent competition, I guess.
It wouldn't kill you to be a little more honest.
Ha!
Why are we even wasting our time talking about him right now? Changing the subject, I'd like to thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with you and our other classmates, I can't imagine I'd have changed my attitude like this.
You're welcome. But given all that you've done for us, I'd say we're about even.
You killed all those owls that one time.
I'm glad to hear I
Only
was
you
somewhat
could have.
useful.
That time.
I wish Sis could have been here to see this.
I'm sure she can. She's probably watching this all from heaven by the goddess's side. She must be so proud of how much you've grown too.
I really hope so. The Academy Festival is a celebration of the educational experience, something commoners and nobles alike can enjoy.
That's what they say in the brochure.
We have to be sure to keep it that way next year.
Machias is definitely the kind of person who would read the brochure at every theme park that's attached to the map.
We will. Whatever it takes. After that, I went back to see Elise.
Equal opportunity. I think that's Patiri doing something to him, like stomping him or something.
Looks like.
Punching him in the head.
By then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
It is approaching its end. We'll be back. Jusis? Why are Machias and Jusis, like, surrounding Emma? What is this order exactly?
Yeah,
I mean, from, like, Millium on, it's easy enough to figure out. Millium joined the class immediately before Crow. Or at least she walked in the room first. And then the not class people. But, I don't know. Maybe it's like the order they were sitting in their desks early in the game.
Hey, when we're fast forwarding after this, we should check that.
We could. I doubt that's right, though.
I also doubt that's right, given that Millium is, I think, front row and Crow is back.
Yeah. Well, again, Millium and Crow would be at the end. I'm saying at the end because the original 9, and then everything got rearranged. So that's the only reason I'm thinking maybe it's their original desk order. Anyway,
We're just teasing everyone who wants to see Jusis now.
We're not being interesting, so let's check out Jusis.
The only person
Speaking
I
of
can
not
think
interesting.
of is...
A boy?
Honeyed wells.
Jusis.
You got some real turns of phrase in this thing.
Especially whenever anyone is talking about
Reen?
boys' love.
Yeah, anytime something like that could be really vulgar comes around, they find something that's completely clean to say that is just so uncomfortable.
I'm surprised you're not dancing. I thought that would be your first stop after such a long chat with Rufus.
We had a number of things to discuss. Though I could say the same about you. I would expect you to have invited someone to dance with you by now.
I tried asking Elise, but she shot me down pretty quickly. After a day like today, I feel like we owe ourselves a chance to sit down. Here to join me? You can't tell me you don't think a cold drink and a rest would cap today off perfectly.
You make a compelling argument. You and my desire to escape all of this noise.
Then let's get out of here.
God, he and Machias really are just the same person.
Yeah, kind of. Just different temperaments.
Mm-hmm.
And they dance.
They certainly have an endless supply of enthusiasm, don't they?
I'm guessing most people are starting to get tired, but they don't want to miss out on their chance to have fun. We've spent so much time and effort to prepare, and then the 2 days of the festival itself just seemed to fly by.
I suppose you have a point.
Oh, by the way, you know how you were talking to your brother earlier? What were you two chatting about?
Nothing much. The horses we've been raising in the riding club, our concert, and other such things. He was particularly surprised when I walked onto the stage wearing that outfit. Once his
The one
laughter
I'm in right now.
subsided, he told me he
Yep,
couldn't have
that one.
imagined me doing anything like that before I joined the academy.
Well, at least he had fun.
But he does have a point. I do believe I've changed since we all first met.
I don't know if I ever noticed that gap in his hair. I think beneath is like, I think everybody has like a little skull cap of their hair color,
Yeah.
and then their actual hair is just on top of it. I never noticed that we can like see through that for Jusis here.
I agree.
This camera angle is a little unkind to him.
At the start of the year, you had a very unapproachable air about you, but that's not the case anymore.
I'm certain that's due to the influence of some very atypical nobles, particularly Laura and yourself.
I don't know if I deserve any credit for that. I'm just glad that I can call you a friend.
It's a small wonder how you always manage to say those kinds of things with a straight face. Regardless, I do want to thank you.
For what?
When I first came to this academy, I was trying to live my life as a perfect Alborea, just as my brother had taught me.
Now I realize that just sucks. Thank you.
Huh.
But I gradually learned to exert my individuality. I'm here as Jusis Alborea, not the son of Duke Alborea. Had I not spent so much time with Class 7, and with you in particular, I never would have come into my own.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. Well, here's to changing for the better.
Agreed. We both have room for improvement, but that's what next year is for.
Yeah.
We're going to be great.
Ha 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 ha.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
Noblesse oblige.
Of course, the horse.
Of course,
Bye.
horse. Of course. You think Fee wants to dance? I think Fee wants to dance.
I am imagining the models of these two
I
even
knew it.
close to each other and how
So
hilarious
I have a
this is
potential
going to look.
sister-in-law now.
She's
do
just
I?
gonna be standing on a box. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Tease, tease, tease.
Fee,
Reen, is there a problem?
no,
That's in 30
I
minutes.
was just looking for you. Are you up to anything right now?
That's in like a week.
Nope.
Well, okay, there is an announced problem, and then the real problem hits like a week
In
later.
that case,
Yeah.
would you like to dance with me?
I've never danced before.
Don't worry, I can lead. But if you don't want to, we don't have to.
Let's do it.
My hat tells me I should.
Okay then.
I've read stories about that. This is not nearly as silly as I expected.
No. That one hand not really working, but
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't silly. I said it's not as silly.
I do like her just staring completely deadpan into his eyes.
I don't know if I feel anything for men. That's what that face tells me.
Do Jaegers feel?
Well, they feel bloodlust. We know that much.
Is that a feeling?
Yes,
You're a natural,
from
Fee.
experience.
But I guess I should have known you'd catch on quickly.
It wasn't too hard once I got the hang of it.
Also, your S-break is called Sylphid Dance,
And
for the record.
I felt at ease with you leading.
What do you mean?
It reminded me of our leader.
The Jaeger King I've heard about?
Yeah, he led.
Yep.
When we're all together, it feels like we're all part of a family. Just like it did back in the Corps. But there's something about you in particular that reminds me of him.
Is that a good thing?
You don't look or act like him at all. But I always felt comfortable when I was with him. And that's how I feel about you too.
That's kind of embarrassing. I don't really know what to say. No, I do. I'm happy to hear that you think of me like that. Everyone needs a family, blood-related or not.
It's been a long time since Zephyr split up. But for the first time in a while, I wish I could see everybody again.
Maybe just lean that wish back a little bit. Maybe.
Nope.
Maybe
The monkey's paw curl.
Set the paw down, Fee.
Too
I
late.
didn't expect to hear that. But I think it's a good thing. I hope you'll get the chance to see them again soon.
Reen, no. No.
Man, this thing won't let go.
Me too.
Anyone else? It's got one finger left.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
More than a feeling. She's got flowers.
Yep.
Yeah, she's gonna teach her former teammates about the
Bye.
power of love and friendship. And it's gonna take a while.
I don't know. I think she's going to put a bullet in at least one.
And then teach them about friendship. So we're not there yet, but you think Crow's gonna insist on a dance?
I think not, given how often he's like, Reen, get laid.
Yeah, but then he's like, oh, fine, I'll come with you, I guess. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Gaius, let's go. Let's have a good
The
time.
only
I want to just look up at a guy.
Anyway,
There's really not many options. I'm
please
quite
excuse
tall.
me, Your
Ha.
Hey, Gaius.
Reen? Were you not spending the evening with your sister?
I was until I asked her to dance. She turned me down flat and sent me off. What about you?
Toma and Charles decided to go dance, so I just saw them off. I was thinking about getting away from all of the excitement, though. I think I need a little rest after all we've done.
That makes two of us. All I want right now is a place to sit and a nice cold drink. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. I appreciate the company.
Okay, let's go find a spot to relax.
Do you think if he makes a comment about a cold drink around Sara, she will slip him the flask?
No, she's never gonna. It's quite inappropriate. Can't be having that. That'll increase the Sara rating.
Ha!
Look how much fun they're having dancing together.
See also if any boys kiss.
I was worried that they'd tire themselves out with the
Point.
journey.
Although, have we seen any
But it
kisses
seems
in
I
this
made
game?
the right choice by inviting them.
A lot of implied kisses from that one couple, but I don't think we saw any.
True, yeah, I guess main cast kisses.
I'll say. It's a shame Sheeta and Lily couldn't join them, though.
Yeah, they're still a little too young. But I would like to bring them
Don't
here
worry,
one day,
everyone's
if I
about to
get the
grow up
chance.
real quick.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled. Thinking back on it now, it's hard to believe that it's almost been half a year since we found ourselves in Nord.
Time really flies.
It must feel like longer for you than it does for me, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, right.
I suppose it would.
He's talking to Gaius, not us.
I'll always be nostalgic for the winds of Nord. But to be honest, I can't say that I feel all that homesick.
Really?
Really. Erebonia is my home.
You mean...
I've spent over half a year at the academy, surrounded by some of my dearest friends. This country is every bit as important to me as Nord is.
You can tell that you do the editing on this because I would have spliced in that Kingdom Hearts song, that joke.
I wouldn't think twice about calling it my second home.
That's a big-hearted statement to make.
I have all of you to thank for making me feel that way. I really do feel blessed. There aren't many people who can say they have two homes to love equally.
Only
I
divorced
had no
kids.
idea you thought so much of this country.
It's not real. You don't really usually love them both equally.
Not only does that fill me with pride as an Erebonian,
Yeah, I suppose you've got a point.
Depending on how messy the divorce
it
was.
warms my heart as your friend. This country is changing. There's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully as a class, we can help turn it into a country that we can really be proud of.
I have no doubt about that. I'm happy to have you as a classmate, Reen.
I feel the same way. After that, I went back to see Elise.
Wind beneath my wings. He's praying.
Yeah, that's Gaius in one pun and one image.
Yep. All right, you ready to get real awkward?
I am kind of surprised some of these don't have more call-outs like some of the fortune-telling stuff did. But yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a nice, pleasant scene. With one of your friends. Exactly one. Millium, let's go.
I knew.
When we're done here, we should just check what some of the
Millium.
percentages of different character achievements are.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That would probably be quite revealing.
Yeah.
Hi, Irene. Hey, aren't you gonna dance?
Well, that's actually why I'm here. Do you want to dance with me?
Huh? Me? But I've never even danced with anybody before.
And I'm like really obnoxious and stuff.
No worries.
Right?
You can just follow my lead. So, what do you say?
I'm still obnoxious, right? Right?
Well, the leftovers at the food stalls were really calling my name.
Tiny Hat does scream obnoxious.
Tiny hat and little antennae.
But sure, why not? I guess if every other girl has rejected your offer, I can find room in my heart to help you out.
There she is.
You know what?
Thanks.
I can't hate that line. It's so perfectly in character.
She did mellow out quite a bit once she joined the party. Thank God.
Yes.
Oh, that initial chapter was a bit much.
Except around Jusis. I think she just channels it all into fucking with Jusis.
Yes, she just absorbs it all, and Jusis gets a 10 times multiplier.
Yay! How many times do you think she will joke about summoning Lammy when dialogue begins?
2.
I was also going to say twice, so...
That was really fun. And even though it was my first dance, I was awesome out there. More proof that I'm good at everything, I guess.
Yep.
You say that because you didn't have to lead.
Except being an intelligence agent.
I don't know. She's doing all right.
Yeah, you also know.
Maybe she's not doing all right on that front. Boy, the shadow's really not working here.
On her neck? Yeah.
Yeah, I've said this a few times. That should be fixed in the sequel.
Hope so, because woof.
It's real
But
bad.
as long as you had fun, that's the important thing.
This academy's got fun new stuff to do every time I turn around. Sometimes I almost forget I'm here on a mission.
Sounds like a problem for an agent.
Maybe. I don't know. It's like there's 2 of me. One was sent here by the intelligence division, and one's just an average student.
Yeah, I saw your grades too. Haha.
But I don't know which of those 2
Damn.
me's is the real one.
What do you mean?
It's just, I never even got the chance to go to Sunday school. This is the first time I've ever had the chance to live a normal life, and it's so much fun. But I feel kinda conflicted.
Oh my God, she is Shalon. Except instead of art, she has a big robot that punches things.
Millium,
Traded up, to be
I
honest.
don't think I can give you an easy answer here, but I think they're both you.
What?
You've helped us more times than I can count. Maybe that was because of your duty to the intelligence division. Maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you're a classmate and a friend to every one of us. So I don't think that knowing which part of you is the real you is quite as important as you think.
Maybe it isn't.
And maybe it's selfish of me to say that. But it's how we all feel. No matter who you are, you're still our friend. And I'd be happy if you felt the same way about all of us.
I do. Besides, for now, being your friend is good enough for me.
It's a good thing things aren't gonna get complicated about that.
I'm just gonna have fun now and figure things out later.
I mean, does she get
That's
fired
the
if her
spirit.
boss dies?
Probably not.
That's true. I suppose if my boss
After
died,
that,
I would
I
probably.
went back to
Well,
see
no,
Elise.
I work at a small company now, so.
She is the young and the reckless. I'm trying to think if it would be hard to find a boss that is maybe worse than her current one for the next week or so.
After Gramps died, it turns out I'm working under Jusis' dad.
But by
Oh, Crow. Oh, Crow. Oh, Crow.
Let's do this.
The only person I can think of is...
Is who? Is something wrong?
No,
Yeah, boys love. The odds of anybody... Sorry.
What's up,
The odds of
man?
anybody seeing more than like a couple of these without deliberately going for it seems low. So them just having the boy scene and the girl scene is like probably fine.
That's true.
You're not here to collect that interest already, are you? I value my kneecaps as much as the next guy, but I need more time.
Oh, take his kneecaps. That'll really help you out.
I know, right?
nah. I'm just over here because my sister shot me down when I asked her to dance.
That's
Needless
the
to say,
worst way
it's
you could
been
have
a long
put that.
day. Want to find a spot to sit down with me? I could use a cold drink and a good rest.
Now you're speaking my language. I'm in. Let's get two of the strongest damn drinks those stalls will pour us.
You know none of them sell alcohol, right?
Who said anything about Cell?
I got 2 guns, they got 2 kneecaps. We can figure something out.
Any drink can become alcoholic if you try hard enough.
Patience.
I was thinking just pour something in. It might be bad, but it'll be alcoholic.
Look at Jellica and George dancing the night away. I wonder if this is what I think it is.
And what is that exactly?
Jeez, you couldn't see flying sparks in a dark cave at midnight, could you?
Between those
Keep that
two?
up all your life, and you'll break even more hearts than I will.
But I mean, Angelica and George?
Yeah, thank you.
Forget it. Let me take you on a little trip to Uncle Crow's Wisdom Corner.
Yes, please.
Little being the operative word.
Seriously, though, if you only hold on to one piece of advice, it should be take care of your buds. I know, you've heard it all a million times, but I wouldn't be telling you if I wasn't telling you straight. Doesn't matter where you are or if you graduate. If you treat your friends right, they're not gonna let you down.
Never
You need at
run
least
away from
one
them
like
in a
that.
robot.
Better get searching if you don't have one.
The robot ran away by itself.
I just can't stop making jokes about it since I don't know where it ends up.
You still with me, Reen?
Sorry, I was just surprised. I didn't know you were capable of giving serious advice.
You know, each of these snide little comments is a tiny knife in my heart. I try to share a bit of my life experience and help my little buddy out, and this is the treatment I get?
This looks like somebody wants a noogie.
I do appreciate it, though. My time here has
Crow has
definitely
constant
taught me how
noogie hair,
important
so-
a good friend can be.
He keeps it unruly just in case.
And I consider you one of mine. I don't just look up to you because you're older than me, but because you're a good friend. Okay, maybe friend is a little strong. Partner in crime might be more like it.
No, definitely not that.
Partner in crime, huh? Not sure whether I should be offended or wear it with pride. You're a funny one, Reen. First you try to get interest on a 50-mirror loan, then you shower me with compliments?
Partners in crime are supposed to be able to turn from dangerous to friendly in the blink of an eye, right?
What about the reverse?
You got me there.
We don't have long before you graduate, but we've got to make the most of it.
You bet.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot, don't worry.
Just,
Yeah.
pray that I get to graduate at all.
And I guess he
After that,
probably
I
doesn't
went
know
back to see
exactly
Elise.
about cromance.
Wow.
Can't see what he's holding.
Neither could I.
But, what the hell was I saying?
About not getting to graduate.
Yeah, he doesn't know exactly when the speech is gonna be, but he knows there's gonna be one. It could have been after he graduates. It wasn't.
Hell, it probably would have been easier for him because then he could have taken things and aroused less suspicion.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Crow has foreshadowed his way off into the distance, off into the sunset. Sara, what does she have to? What would Elise have to say about Sara?
I hope it's something.
She's a little
I
old for
knew
you,
it.
isn't she?
So I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
God, no.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No. Same scene.
Wow. If there was a single one that called for it.
Oh, it's you.
Wow.
Yikes. You sound like you just got dumped.
For your information, I wasn't dumped. The Viscount and I finished our dance and he went on his way. But what are you doing here? Are you sure you should be leaving your sister alone with Patrick on the prowl?
Well, she can take care of herself. And besides, she was the one who encouraged me to come your way.
Huh.
Will you dance with me? I know the Viscount's a hard act to follow, but still.
I'm pretty attractive, at least.
Well.
What are you
Be
doing?
sure, sir. I always knew one day you'd recognize me. For the
What
handsome
is
little hood I
happening
am.
right now?
This is so Sara, though.
There is something wrong. Look how long her right arm is.
I was more thinking it looks like it's made of wood, but sure.
And it's the same color as the sweater.
Yeah.
What is
If I
happening?
didn't know any better, I'd say you were ready to graduate from giggling schoolgirls up
Got
to
something
lead
for
with
hot
real
scarecrows,
class.
Reen.
But let me guess. I should come back in a few years?
No, we can let you skip a couple of grades for the night.
I guess we'll never know.
Oh, I
Just
guess
don't
that's the
expect me to
sleeve.
leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I
Yeah,
legitimately
and
thought
it
that
was-
was like,
It was way too long.
well, yes, but I straight up did think she
I'm
had been
sure I'll
crucified
manage.
like an Ultraman.
And they danced. Hey, your belt keeps like slapping me in the leg. Deal with it. Oh, look over there. Schwarz is schmoozing with the teacher.
No wonder he can just make up answers on any test, says Machias. Where did you get the little grog mug?
That's the stuff.
You look happy.
After all this hard work, I deserve a little bit of fun. And with the way you led, I'd say you do too. I'm surprised you don't sweep more ladies off their feet.
Wow, she was fast.
Jeez. When you
Yeah,
put it
she
like
went
that,
from
it makes me
0
sound like
to
some
tanked.
Casanova with a rose clenched in my teeth. I can't imagine that I was even half as good as the Viscount.
You weren't. But that doesn't mean you didn't have a certain youthful charm. Besides, I had fun. You're not the only student who asked me to dance, but you're one of the few who knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Speaking of youthful charm, if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing back before you became a bracer?
Well, have you ever heard of a country called Northumbria? It's north of the Empire, if the name didn't tip you off.
She
That's where I'm
is
from.
sassy right now.
Northumbria, huh? I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard it's a hard place to eke out a living.
That's a nice way of putting it. The climate alone keeps a lot of people out, and that's the least of its problems.
All the drunks.
The only thing keeping the country afloat financially at this point is a single Jaeger Corps that got its start there.
Supported by a Jaeger Corps.
So if you've ever wondered why I'm big on telling you guys to go out and enjoy life while you're still young, that's why. It's not really like me to get all sentimental, but I can't help but want you guys to enjoy what I never could.
Instructor Sara.
Now don't you go having a whole nother game's worth of adventures, Reen.
It's not too late, you know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you about to profess your undying love for me or something?
You're no less a bona fide member of Class 7 than I am. And you're still young, so...
Also, what's going on with your chest there?
It may be a little belated,
No
but
one has more
why not
bosom
enjoy
to
your
heave
youth
than
with
Sara
us?
out of our
We're
candidates.
all in this together.
The color.
I know.
I can't believe I'm finding comfort in the arms of a younger man. I can tell you put your heart into that one, but really, that's like a B-rank pickup line at best.
I'm not trying to hit on you. I meant it.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, lover boy. Whatever the reason, though, it made me happy to hear. One of these days, I'm gonna have to drag you along to this great bar I know. Once you're old enough to drink, anyway.
In a couple of games.
And here I was hoping you were offering to sneak me in.
Maybe there's a time skip.
There is, in a couple of games.
Oh, right.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
Hot for
Well-
teacher. She's done.
Tanked.
But by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
It is approaching its end. All right, we just got one more. Just one more person. Just can't think of anybody else.
I knew it.
Yeah. We know you know.
Towa,
Oh, hey, Reen.
are you finally done with all of your student council work?
Never.
Done is a relative term, but for now, you bet. What happened to your sister, by the way? Wasn't she with you?
Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing here. Towa, would you like to dance with me?
That's an anime girl noise.
Wait, you really mean it?
Of course. But don't worry about it if it would make you uncomfortable or something.
By the way, what did you say just now? I couldn't quite hear it for some reason.
All right, then. I'm honestly glad you asked, just surprised. Can I ask you to lead, though?
Of course.
It would be so weird if you led. Like, look at you.
Finally, all my days of being responsible and aloof have gotten me another responsible date.
Let's go in the back and smoke.
Towa just suddenly turns into Doris Glau. Hey, Reen, let me fix your hair.
Hey, Reen, let's go check out the real student council. You're in.
Game 2, the student council missions are just Utena.
Thanks, Reen. It must have been no small feat for you to lead, given how small I am.
Taller than Millium.
Yeah.
Not at all. I had fun. Still, it's hard to believe that the festival is almost over now.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot of hard work, but I loved every minute of it. Your concert even topped the one we put on last year.
Is something wrong?
Sorry. Just thinking that this is my last Academy Festival got me all emotional. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be setting an example for you, and yet here I am. How embarrassing.
Yeah, here I am having emotions and stuff.
You just not graduate like Crow. You could have a third.
Yeah, just to like slum it for the finals.
Collegialica, if you want to think of it that way.
No, Reen.
Oh,
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nobody at this school has put more work into this festival than you have. It makes sense to be emotional. And while I'm sure it's hard to leave this behind, I think I speak for everyone when I tell you how grateful we are. Thank you.
Reen. Thank you too. But,
Huh?
I might be shorter than you, but I am a second year.
Yes?
I don't think it's really appropriate for you to start stroking
Ah,
my head
right.
out of nowhere like
That's
that.
where I suspected that was going.
I forgot about it because it didn't actually happen. It was just described.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. I do it to my sister all the time, so it's
Ugh.
turned into a bad habit of mine.
Wow,
Lisa's
this took
already
a hard
chewed me out for
left.
that before too.
Oh, really? So he's a serial head rubber.
What was that last part? I'll rub your head until you tell me.
Still, I haven't had anyone fawn over me like that since I was a kid. It was kind of nice, to be honest.
Hey, you should go talk to Laura's dad. He's real good at that. He's got the hug head pat combo.
You can tell
Pull
that
off
you're
the
an
red,
older
too.
brother.
Oh, no, he would crush her.
Thanks, I guess.
There's not a lot of time left until I graduate. But with you here, I'm sure the Academy is going to be in good hands once I'm gone.
Well, I'll have a lot to live up to, but I'll be sure to make this academy an even better place than it is now.
Then it's a promise.
After that, I went
It's a
back
promise.
to see Elise.
Mentorship. Yeah, big old pile of papers.
Yeah, that's really the only Towa art you could put there.
Yeah. Well, here we go. One last time
Let's get our Sharon on.
as we bloop bloop plink. Yep. Yep, it's Sharon, definitely. Yep.
I'm going to tell myself that until I'm convinced otherwise.
I know who it is. It's not Sharon.
We both know who it is.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were just being deliberately dense or what. I can't think of anybody I want to be with. I so can't think of anybody. It's just widening the hell out of this box.
No, I'd better not. I'm sure everyone else is just as tired as I am. But if there's someone you'd like to dance with, you're very welcome to. I mean, it's nothing too formal, so you're free to dance with whoever you'd...
Oh, Lady Elise, it's so wonderful to see you. You look I'm afraid I must take my leave.
That was pathetic.
Quiet. I was trying to be respectful.
Okay, scene just went from 0 to 60.
Well, that was interesting.
I was kind of hoping it would just stay on that one camera angle, and he would just be interrupted, just go, "Wah!" and then just completely vanish from the scene, and nobody ever says anything.
I don't know, I think
So
that was
beautiful
pathetic,
It would be a
topped
shame
it.
if you didn't get
That
to
was good.
dance with anyone. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you like to dance?
I guess.
Sure.
Thank
Thanks,
God the line
Elise.
read was better than the edit, because otherwise she would have sounded like a caveman.
In that case, might I ask for the next one?
No.
Bam!
Your Highness,
Having fun, Your Highness?
good evening, both of you. Unlike the garden party, there is no need tonight to concern ourselves with societal standing or propriety. So, Reen, might I ask you for a dance? After your sister is fine, of course.
I'll take pictures.
It would be my pleasure.
Alvin, what are you doing? It's all part of my brilliant plan. After I take him for a spin, all you need to do is get him to dance with you one more time.
What?
Oh, I can see it now.
This is a weird plan.
Your eyes
Yeah.
meet, your lips parted into a kissable pout, and soon he'll think of you as more miss than sis. I don't know what you're planning, and now I'm almost afraid to ask.
After dancing with Princess Alphen and Elise,
No
my
animations.
sister and I exchanged greetings with my classmates and their families. And by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Okay, I guess we're done.
That was it. That was your bonus scene. Screw you.
Reen? Elise?
You wanted to see them dance? Why? No. That's what that was. Okay, now what? We're done.
Yep.
We just finished.
We did. That's actually it. I think we are fully out of content.
Yeah. So let's get ready for New Game Plus Nightmare. And
Well, I guess that answers my question of, is there an optional super boss? It's all of them.
yeah, that definitely seems to be how it goes, especially early game. But I don't really know how to end this. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in Cold Steel 2.
We will return.
Reen Schwarzer will be back.
Don't know about Elise.
She'll be there. I'm pretty sure she was in the opening.
Oh. Crap.
She will probably be as significant as she was in this game.
I mean, she's what we closed on, so that's some significance.
I mean, she was at the end of the list, so that's just how it goes. That's how life goes. Sometimes you just go in order. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'm only promising 2, though. It's anything past that, we'll see.
Let's see how fast we do 2. On the other hand, we are both idiots.
We are both idiots. Keep that in mind. Goodbye.
See ya.